Hi, thanks for stopping by again if you're reoccurring or, I don't know, just happening to come by. Thank you anyway. Um, I actually did my hair for you guys, so, hopefully that makes you happy. Um, this video I wanted to talk a little bit about, how, vaping in the workplace is a little bit different from smoking in the workplace and how it's frowned upon. So there's my opening thesis. Okay, let's begin the discussion. Okay, class. But no, seriously. Um, I was going to talk a little bit about my experience with vaping, vaping at retail, and how it's being mostly frowned upon. Um, it's just not the same as smoking is, so therefore it doesn't count as a smoke break kind of deal. So I'm gonna go on and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my experience, and I'm just gonna keep rattling from there, and hopefully someone will generate a discussion sooner or later. But anyway, um, I was recently working at a hotel as a night auditor, and when you're a night auditor, you're running the hotel by yourself all night. Now, maybe some of you can relate to this. Whoever's watching, you know how hard it can be to be a night audit. You're by yourself at night. You have nobody else there in case anything goes down. You're the man to go to. So anything with housekeeping, if there's an emergency, if someone has any kind of problem or decides, to start a fight or something, you are the frontier to deal with all that stress. And it's a ridiculous job. You don't get paid enough for it. I don't care what your pay is right now for night audit. I guarantee you're not being paid enough, and I definitely wasn't. So anyway, besides the point. So I was vaping at the job, and I would actually stay behind my desk, and I would just vape. I'm the only one there, so I said, no harm done. If guests come in and see it, it's just a vape. There's not going to be any backlash from this. So I never told my managers about it. I just kept it to myself. A few guests would comment about it, but all positive things, believe it or not. Oh, that smells great. Oh, it's really vapey in here. It looks kind of cool. Oh, what is that juice you're using? It smells delicious. Just all these positive comments that you would never get when you're smoking. So my next biggest question is then, why is vaping so frowned upon in the workplace? And I'm talking not working by yourself. Now, I work retail at this moment, and whenever I want to go for a smoking break, I bring my vape out with me, and I get these looks, like, he's not really smoking, what is he doing, why is he out there? Another thing with vaping is it doesn't take as long for the nicotine to hit, and nicotine doesn't take long to begin with. Secondly is you don't need to sit out there as much and finish, like you're not smoking a cigarette, you're vaping. So depending on how high of voltage you're going with this, and right now I'm locked in. You probably can't see it in my hand, but I'm at 3.4. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to see this, but I'm at 3.4 volts right now, and we can get more into that later if these videos do keep catching on. But I'll show you the density that you can blow with this. Alright, so that's from one poll. Basically, what I'm trying to say is you don't need to take as long to vape as it would for a cigarette. The perk is that you can go back to work quickly. The downfall is you may not feel the effects for as long if you are going with a nicotine vape, which is going to mean that you're going to feel you're gonna feel it wear off pretty quick. I know I have. Sorry, I just gotta readjust my camera. And I know I felt it wear off quickly, and it would last me maybe, the nicotine drive would last me for about an hour and 30 minutes. So I take a break every 2 hours, and I make it last maybe 5 minutes. Some breaks a little longer, and in retail, you need it. Now, people handle things differently, yes. Me, I like to think that my way is the best way. It doesn't necessarily mean I will tell anyone that, and I keep it to myself, which is very stressful. When you have people talking down to you and constantly treating you like dirt, you're gonna start feeling a little resentment. So, that being said, yeah, smoking breaks are necessary for some of us, and what I'd also like to say is that because it's vape and you're using equipment, I don't think retail recognizes it as a smoke break, which would make you think, oh, shouldn't you be able to do it in the building then? Shouldn't you be able to go and do it at, bathroom, whatever? And no, you just can't, because it's just not an allowed thing, and that's why vaping is such a hard thing to be getting into these days. It's great if you can dive into it and not worry about other people's views and negativity and yada yada. It's so great. It's such a relief to have when you are under stress. But every time I go out those doors, I have to go past the AP, asset protection, and they have to check my bag, and it's just such a pain in the ass, So I just keep my vape in my pocket, and I say, I'm stepping outside, and they give me a little, oh, that's gonna kill you, and don't worry about it. Don't worry about what other people think. Just stick to what you know. Stick to the positivity that you can get from this, the relaxation that it can bring you. Just think about yourself and stop thinking about what other people think of you. It's a lot of thinking, but coming from a personal experience, I just wanted to discuss a little bit about why retail specifically hates vaping so much. I get a lot of dirty looks from customers when I'm out there, man. When I'm blowing, decent sized clouds, and I'm just, taking it easy out there, these looks just piercing at me, and it's like, I don't really care, because retail sucks, alright? I don't care what store you work for, retail is terrible. And people can just, they can suck it, because I'm gonna keep doing this, and retail can suck it, nobody owns you. And if anyone had anything to say to me, I'd say, you know what, you don't own me, I just work for you, and that's it. End of story. You have a problem, well, take it up with human resources, which is what I'm going for. So hopefully I'll be a really cool HR counselor. But anyway, aside from that, I just want to say that, making these videos does really help me. Helps me express a lot of pent-up feelings, as weird as that sounds. So it would just be nice to hear back from other people as well, as to what they're thinking, whether it's private messaging or, usually, if you're a friend, you know how to get a hold of me. I just want to thank any viewers for stopping by. I know this isn't, anything professional. I ain't no pro, so I'm just doing this because I don't know, I kind of want to see what comes from it. Curious what other people are thinking. And I never really seen any video logs based off of people's experience with vaping. I've seen a lot of tutorials and all that stuff, but just, personal experiences. So once again, thanks for coming by. I'm going to keep the video under 10 minutes this time. So yeah, thanks again. Like or dislike? I don't know. Bye, guys.